Hello, everybody. So I was supposed to go live a little bit earlier, but we had that weird shutdown of social media, which was super strange. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you about why surrender is bullshit. And I also have some exciting news. So if you are here with me, go ahead and say hi. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. So I have talked with a lot of women over the years, a lot of women over the years. And something that I've continued to hear, and I even made a post about this the other day, but I wanted to dive way deeper into it today, is why surrender is bullshit. I hear all the time, I'm going to leave it up to fate. I'm just going to surrender. And if it happens, it happens. And I think that is the biggest fucking cop-out, okay? Because I think that's just a way of taking the easy way of being well, I guess it wasn't supposed to happen. I guess it wasn't in the cards for me. I can't tell you how many times I experienced an obstacle in my way of getting what I want that I could have been you know what? It's just not in the cards for me today. It's not in the cards for me to have what I want or to do what I want. I see some hearts. I see some likes. Let me know who's here. For some reason, I can't see any names yet. But even today, for example, this whole media shutdown thing, I could have been oh, I guess that means I'm not supposed to go live today. And I'm also nauseous as fuck and I don't feel good. And I could be oh, I guess it wasn't in the cards for me today. But the thing is we create our own reality. And I think I believe in surrender in a different way than I think other people do. So I believe in surrender in a way of it's either this or something better. It's I'm still going to take aligned actions towards my desires, but I'm not going to be graspy at it. I'm not going to grab at it. I'm not going to be so attached to the outcome that I'm creating resistance, right? And so one of the reasons why my clients have such incredible success in such a short period of time, for example, my client who just got engaged to the love of her fucking life. She was a single mom. She started working with me in April of 2023. So not even a year ago. She was in my program for 4 months. And my group coaching program, Empowered Academy, she was in for 4 months. Within a month, she met the man who she's now engaged to. She's a single mom. There's the thing is she took aligned action. She wasn't oh, well, I'm just going to leave this up to fate and whatever. Or I could never have this because I live with my parents or because I'm a single mom. She didn't think that way. She came into my program. I taught her how to think, how to feel, how to behave as a high value woman. We uncovered, the root cause for her seeking out emotionally unavailable people and getting ghosted and all these things. There's root causes for this stuff, right? And so sometimes when women haven't gotten, not just women, people in general, sometimes when they haven't gotten what they wanted, they say, I'm just going to leave it up to fate. I'm just going to leave it up to the universe. There's a missing piece there. You can't just say, I'm going to leave it up to the universe and not take any action towards the life or the love that you want to have, right? When I was starting my business, I was praying about it and journaling about it constantly. I was I didn't know what I was going to do yet. I just knew some way, somehow I was going to be an entrepreneur. And I was praying about it and I was doing what I knew how to do. And I kept taking aligned action. And then all of a sudden it came to me going back to school, for health coaching. And then, my health coaching business turned into what it is now, which is relationship coaching and all the things. But I kept taking aligned action. I didn't just say okay, I'm going to pray about it and then I'm not going to do anything. I had to become the type of person that would have it. And same thing that goes for my relationships. I can't tell you how many times I journaled and prayed to God, the universe, Mother Nature, that my relationships would change. I can't tell you how many prayers I prayed for that, right? But the thing is, like, what kept me stuck for a very long time was that I wasn't taking any of the right action. I was taking none of the right action. And then I started taking a little bit of the right action, but it still wasn't enough to change my circumstances, right? And so, you know, the women that I've talked to that are like, I'm just going to leave it up to fate, or I've done so much healing work already. It's like, listen, your relationships are an entirely different entity. They are not like just grouped within personal development. Like, what I teach is not just personal development. It's fucking relationship stuff, like relationship specific, right? Like, you wouldn't go to the doctor for, okay, let's say if you had a foot injury and it was really bad, would you go to just some general doctor, or would you go to a foot doctor? Who would get you better results? Probably the foot doctor, right? And so we have to think of it in terms of that. Like, what have you done to change your relationship patterns? If you've just been in personal development, like, I've been in the personal development world for what, like 6 years, maybe more. And like, it's wonderful, but we want to focus on the relationships because we want to learn how to take the aligned action to have the relationship that we want to have. That includes putting ourselves out there, learning how to date in the modern world. Like, I can't even express how important this is to understand how to date in the modern world. I hear so many women saying dating apps don't work for me. And then I look at their dating profile and I'm like, well, yeah, I see why it's not working for you, because what's on here would never attract a high value man, or you're not showing your authentic essence in it, or your pictures are with freaking cat ears with a filter, like, or you're just complaining on it about all the things that you don't want, right? And so there's you can't just leave this up to fate. In my post the other day, I said that leaving your relationships up to fate is a good way to get fucked over. And so I wrote this because I've had countless conversations where women have told me, I didn't date for 7 years, and then because I was trying to heal, and then the first relationship I had after the 7 years was I met a narcissist, or was with a narcissist, or an avoidant, or an emotionally unavailable person. And I'm like, yeah, because that's not the way that this works. It's not like the amount of time that you're taking off, or it's like, okay, I'm going to take time off dating, and then I'm just going to give it to God. I'm just going to pray about it, and it's going to happen when it happens. And then the first person you meet that you feel this fucking chemistry with, they're love bombing you and they're narcissistic, and you didn't take the time to practice or learn how to fucking date, or how to exercise your boundaries. Or maybe you didn't even know that you need to have boundaries in dating and relationship, or you didn't know, like, maybe you were just like, yeah, I know that I need to have boundaries in a relationship, but what about dating? There's pacing, there's all these things that go into it, that taking time off dating is not going to help, and that leaving it up to fate isn't going to help. Surrendering it is not going to help. The surrender that I teach is the detachment. Like, have the proper mindset, have the proper energetics, take the aligned action, and then surrender that, right? But so many people are missing this like trifecta, right? And so the energetics, the mindset, and then the action. Some of them are working on like, yes, I am calling in my ideal partner, and you know, they're saying all these things, but then they're not taking the action, or they're taking the action and they're on dating apps and they're going out with people, but they didn't do the mindset. So then all they're attracting is toxic relationships and toxic men, right? So it's like, there's a process to be had. There's a roadmap to be had. There's a plan. If you are business savvy, like most of my clients, they are entrepreneurs, they're high achieving women, they're ambitious. They have a fucking plan for everything in their life, like their routines, their business, their fitness, whatever. And then when it comes to relationships, they don't have a plan, and they're like, well, I'm just going to leave it up to God. Did you leave anything else in your life up to God? God wants us to take action. The universe wants us to take action. Like, aligned action is one of such the important pieces that so many women aren't doing. And so if you're leaving it up to fate, like I said in my post earlier this week, if you're leaving it up to fate, it's a good way to get fucked over, because maybe you haven't healed the core wounds that are leading you to these relationships over and over again. So it's like, okay, I took time off dating, but I didn't look into my past at all and realize why I have the relationships that I have and where these core wounds are stemming from. But I'm going to jump back into this relationship. Do you think it's going to be any different? Because it's not. I did that. I would look for men that looked differently. They had different jobs. They had different careers. They had different hobbies, all the things. And I'd be like, okay, this guy, it's going to be different. And then at the end of it all, I was like, holy shit, this is the same exact dude in a different meat suit that looks different, that sounds different, but exact same experience, right? And so if that's happening, or maybe you just got out of a relationship and then you find yourself, you attracted another person, but you've done nothing to change your mindset or your energetics, then you're going to have the same experience over and over again. So this is why having a roadmap is so important. This is why surrender is fucking bullshit. It is a cop-out. It is a way for you to feel okay about not going after what you want and not being disappointed. Like, we're all so scared of this disappointment. We're all so scared of this disappointment. But the thing is, you're in pain either way. So why not be, maybe in pain, but working towards what you want and creating resilience, right? If I would have, for those of you who've been following me for a while now, if I would have let my ex-boyfriend cheating on me determine my fate, and if I didn't learn the lessons that I needed to learn from that relationship, and I decided not to open my heart, I decided not to put myself out on dating apps, I decided to just wait around for things to happen, I never, ever, 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 ever would have met my boyfriend, who we're celebrating our anniversary this weekend. I put myself out on dating apps, and I was so willing to look at where I fucked up in my last relationship. I looked at, okay, I realized that I abandoned myself so much in that relationship. I realized where I was so heavily in my masculine in that relationship. I realized where I was overgiving. I realized all of these things, right? And I put myself out there and started to practice everything that I knew how to practice, right? And so I put myself on dating apps. In fact, I was doing I challenged myself. Like, I was doing an experiment when I met my boyfriend. I don't know how many of you know this story, but I was doing an experiment for online dating and dating in general, because I had so many women saying, there are no good men out here, there are no good men in my area, there are, dating apps suck, all this stuff. So what did I do, being the fucking rebel I am? I was like, I'm going to show all you people that this is just simply not true, right? And so I started dating, I started attracting really great guys, and in that process, I met my boyfriend, and I then taught everybody how to fucking use online dating as a way to attract your ideal partner. Did you know most of my clients, I would say maybe most of my clients meet their partners on dating apps? Because I teach them how to use them. When they come to me, they're like, oh my gosh, I never want to use a dating app again. This sucks. I keep getting ghosted. And then we do the work. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I have 5 amazing dates this week with 5 amazing guys, and they're treating me like a queen. And oh my gosh, I've now become a girlfriend. And oh my gosh, now I'm a fiance. Oh my gosh, now I'm a wife. Like, the work works if you work it, right? And so I also want to share with you guys, I was on the phone with one of my clients yesterday, or not yesterday, it was a couple days ago. And she, I don't know if you guys are commenting because it's not showing me, but I see that some of you are on here, so hello. She was like, I'm in my 40s, but and I'm established, but there's no men in their 40s that are established like I am. And I was like, well, that's weird, because my boyfriend's in his 40s, he's very established, and I know his friends, and his friends are very established, and my girlfriends who have husbands in their 40s and are in their 40s, their husbands are friggin' CFOs, CEOs, banking money, business owners, entrepreneurs. And I'm like, why is this my experience, but that's your experience? That experience was true for her, but not for me. So is there an ultimate truth there? The ultimate truth is whatever we believe to be true. I believe that there are so many men that are established in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. I just believe that there are a million amazing men around me at all times. And that's what I started to calibrate to. And so this all being said, you need a roadmap. And I'm very confident in this roadmap that I have, and it's called Break the Cycle. It is my digital course, and it is what I use with every single one of my Empowered Academy clients, every single one of my Empowered VIP clients, so all of my one-on-one clients. And like, this is the work. This is the process that I take all of my clients through. I don't just coach my clients like without a roadmap. Like, I am the type of person that learns through like, tell me what to do, tell me when to do it, tell me what to think, tell me how to feel. Like, we don't need this fucking mind drama of, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, because then we get in this analysis paralysis. We get in this space of like, I don't know what to do, and then you don't take any action at all, and then you get overwhelmed and all this stuff. I took out all the guesswork, and I took out all the guesswork years ago when I started working with my clients, and I created this course. And so for the last like 3.5 years, hi, Carrie. For the last 3 years, I have been perfecting this course. And so in between me and my clients' sessions, they're doing this course. And it's fucking life-changing. Like, I give you trainings, I give you meditations, I give you journaling prompts, I give you meditations, and like, it's a very extensive course, but I make it simple and I make it easy because I need things for dummies. Like, for me, if you're going to teach me something, I don't need all of this like fluff. I need like, just tell me what the fuck to do. And so I know that that's the way a lot of women need things to be, because guess what? You have a million things that you have to think about. And so why not have this roadmap where you know exactly what to do, when to do it? Module 1 will get you this. And then every module builds on top of each other. And then voila, you've changed your fucking life, because inevitably, so your beliefs dictate your thoughts, that dictate your feelings, that dictate your behaviors, that dictate your experience, that then reinforce beliefs. So if we're changing all of that, then you're going to see it trickle down. You're going to see it trickle down. I have so many success stories from my clients on the course. Like, their results are mind-blowing. They're becoming girlfriends in record time. They're attracting incredible men that are willing to bend over backwards for them, cherish them, love them, be completely devoted to them. I see it every single day. I have so many clients right now that are wedding dress shopping, and are, you know, their boyfriends are meeting their parents, and just really incredible, amazing things. And like, this is possible. Like, when I tell you record time, I have 2 clients that I'm going to be doing, that will hopefully agree to doing video interviews with me. I'm talking before I've asked them. But they are the most recent, clients who have gotten the relationships that they've wanted within months of doing this work with me. So, you know, I don't believe that time has to be a restriction. And like, this Break the Cycle course, it's 16 modules, it's epic. And I want this in as many women's hands as possible, because I know this is changing people's lives. They're not only attracting incredible relationships, my clients are attracting money, they're attracting miracles. Like, there's crazy things. And it's because also, like, what's really amazing is like, I believe that my clients get such incredible results. And so inevitably, like, they do. And so when people sign up for my courses, miracles happen to them all the time. My one client just manifested $7,000. Like, miracles happen all the freaking time. And so, you know, this is what I live by. This is everything that I've created over the last, everything that I have overcome myself, everything that I've taught my clients over the last 3 years. I've been doing 4 years, actually. And like I said, like, I've been doing self-development for an energy work, Reiki, all this stuff for, I don't know, probably 7 years at this point. And so like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to teach this stuff. I've been teaching it for years. My clients get epic results, and I have made easy payment plans for wherever you're at. So this course is, if you pay in full, it's $499, and you will also get a dating profile audit from me. Like, my clients love the profiles that I write for them based on their all of, you know, their quality traits, all the things, right? So it's completely them. I just write it for them. So you get that when you pay in full. And then I have payment plans that are, I have a 3-month or a 3 payment plan. I have a 6 payment plan, and I have a 12 payment plan. The 12 payment plan is $55 per installment, which is biweekly. And so, like, there's a range for everybody here, right? And so I want this in as many hands as humanly possible. I want as many women's lives to change as possible this year. Like, that is my goal. And I know that the women who do the work get the results. And it's cool to see, like, when they really do follow my program to a T, it's like magic happens. It happens quickly. And you know, it's just like, it doesn't have to be as hard as we're making it. It doesn't have to be this thing where it's like we have to be confused about what to do or how to navigate a certain situation. And if you decide you fucking love the course, then within a month of purchase, you can apply it to Empowered Academy, where you actually get coached by me. So, I mean, there's a way for everybody here. And I highly suggest this course. It's everything that I've poured into it over the last 3 years. You get all the master classes that I've done. Like I said, you get my workbooks. My workbooks are incredible. Because, like, we're just changing the way you think. We're changing the way you feel. We're changing the way that you operate. You are becoming a high value woman, and you're learning how to navigate the world as that, right? And so, you know, Miracles, Money, and Men is for you. And it's what comes from Break the Cycle. And so, you know, I know you guys have been following me. A lot of you have been following me over the last 4 years. You've seen me, you know, I've overcome codependency, love addiction, toxic and abusive relationships, anxiety, depression. I've built a 6-figure business, and from my very first year, I was making 6 figures. And so, you know, over the years, I've made multiple 6 figures. And this is for the women who, and the cool thing about this course too, is it meets you where you're at. It meets you where you're at. That's what it's designed for. So no matter if you've done a lot of healing work, this isn't another self-development course. This is a relationship course. And so, you know, no matter how much work you've done, you can plug in, and there's a plan for you. There's a roadmap for you. And so if you are in a toxic relationship and want to leave, this is for you. If you are continuously getting ghosted or attracting emotionally unavailable partners, this is for you. If you are healing from narcissistic abuse, this is for you. If you are, if you don't attract any dates, this is for you. This is for you if you are ready to go from breaking the toxic relationship cycle, not getting what you want in love, to creating the most epic love affair of your life. So I'm going to put in the comments the link for you to read through the testimonials. You will see, like, proof of concept. This is what's possible for you. And so I'm going to put the link in the comments. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye, everyone. Love you.